The Equitas Society. Well, let me say it this way. When I was in the armed forces as a young man, from 16 years on, I spent 7 years in the Canadian Armed Forces. And if my country would have sent me into harm's way and I would have been hurt, I would have had a lifetime pension that would take care of me and my family. That's not what's happening right now. In 2006, the government brought into law the new Veterans Charter. The new Veterans Charter basically, instead of giving people a disability pension, made it that there be a one-time payment. And we find that the one-time payment is a fraction of what they would have gotten in a pension. The Equitas Society was formed to help these young people that were sent into harm's way, that seemed to be forgotten and not being helped, and they came back badly hurt. They're not physically able to do the things that they want to do in life. For instance, we have one case of a young soldier from British Columbia who was serving in Afghanistan and was badly injured. His both legs were shattered. He's got steel braces through the bones of his legs. He wanted to be a policeman. That's what he was studying for. That was his big dream. He couldn't get past the medical at this point. In other words, he could never make it. They gave him $13,500 and said, "Thank you very much. Put this into your pension, make sure you invest it well." And that was the story. And he was out of the armed forces, and in this case, a reserve. In a case where a soldier is severely disabled, medically released from the Canadian Forces, and who will receive benefits for life, the new Veterans Charter will provide this soldier 30% less in total financial support over his or her lifetime as compared to the previous Pension Act. For moderately disabled soldiers who are forced to leave the Canadian Armed Forces because they are now disabled, they can receive 60% less in total financial support over their lifetime as compared to the previous Pension Act. For partially disabled soldiers who will receive only a one-time lump sum payment, we at Equitas are being sent cases where these soldiers have received 90% less in total financial compensation compared to programs that every other Canadian is entitled to, such as normal workers' compensation benefits or one-time court settlements for the same injuries. Why are we sending these young people into harm's way and then not take care of them? That's the outrage that's happening. We're not taking care of these kids. So we decided we want to do something about it. These young soldiers, first of all, they don't have the funds. The soldiers can't sue the government under that act. Well, Equitas was formed to try to do something about that. We found Millen Thompson's one of the top law firms. If this case does go to the Supreme Court, and I believe it will, it's a class action suit, we at Equitas have undertaken to pay the disbursement fees, not the legal fees, because Millen Thompson's kindly agreed to take this case on pro bono. At the end, there should be a political solution rather than a court case. There has been many articles in the newspaper, all over the country has been, and now there is some talk. Apparently somebody in government is starting to listen. But you know, it's an outrage that our young people are hurt and we, the people of Canada, can't take care of them. Our government won't step in. We, the people of Canada, have to step up to the plate and help them out. And Equitas Society is going to raise awareness in order to make that happen.